It will probably come as no surprise to you that I watch loads of home sewists, loads of costume makers, loads of YouTube channels of people doing what I do. So I thought that with that in mind and how many of these I've seen, that I would give you a tour of my sewing room studio space. Our sewing studio is in our garage. It's a converted garage, and we do have, when we first come in here, we have a lot of costumes. I ran a dance and entertainment company for years, and for years I did the designs. My mum made the costumes, always sourced costumes to match the designs. I made some of the costumes, but my mum made a majority of them whilst I was designing them, and we have tons of costumes. This is one space that we have them. We also have loads in the loft, and we also have a storage unit. So there are lots of costumes from years and years and years and years of performing. So this area is mainly packed up costumes. Actually, it doesn't look like much when it's here, but there is a lot. Then we move to pressing area, obviously. Please iron your costumes, people, carefully. And then this is my sewing space here. So I have obviously all the pressing stuff, ironing, steamer, all that kind of thing there. And then this is my sewing machine and my overlocker, and my area here. I know a lot of people say that your sewing space should be neutral, but like, I'm just, where's the fun in that? So this is my sewing machine and my overlocker. These are weights that I use and pattern weights, and that is a jewellery holder, but I have used it for a needle holder, so I store all my needles in there. These are my favourite fabrics that I need to use and haven't done yet. On my shelves I have things that remind me of the seamstresses who came before me. So here is like vintage sewing stuff from my grands and great grands and my mum's kits. So this is a tape measure that's probably about 100 years old. We've got some darning thread there and nickel needles and curve needles, and then that is a darning mushroom there. And then this is thread and trim that's moving into my mum's generation. Up here, these are a gift from my stepmom. They're like old spools, like I think they're like over 100 years old, and I absolutely love them. Old pins that were my grand's. Moving down, I have a lot of jars and things. My stepmom made me the pumpkin pin cushion. My mum made me the wrist holly pin cushion that goes around your wrist. And then this is just my setup. That's my Abby's sewing bits. This is my go bag for when I am going to do fittings, and I have like all the essential things that I need to go and do a fitting in there. And then that's my theatre go bag just there, that has all sorts of things in it. And then we move on to our fabric. This cupboard down here, some of these boxes is all fabric. Fabric. There's more fabric in the corner there. There is also, my husband is a musician, and so we do have a lot of his instruments stacked in that corner as well, because there's nowhere else to put them. But in that corner there's rolls of fabric, boxes of fabric, all sorts of fabric. In these boxes here as well, there is patterns there, and there's also another box of patterns over there. So we have lots of sewing patterns everywhere. A lot of the patterns we draft ourselves, but obviously we do use other patterns as well. And then coming around here, all of these boxes here are trim. So I mean everything. Velcro, poppers, laces, motifs. They're all spare dance shoes. And then we've got all of the beads, sequins, trims, elastic, zips, buttons, strip sequin, stretch sequin, strip sequin, stretch sequin, headbands, hooks and eyes, chains, bars, everything is here, and on these shelves as well, and on these shelves as well. We have a lot of stuff. Well, you need a lot of stuff, you require a lot of stuff, so yeah, all of this is kind of haberdashery stuff. The snowflake and the feathers on the walls, these are Showgirl bum packs. So the snowflakes light up, I mean, I don't know if they still light up, it's been a few years since we've tried them. And the feathers are feather bum packs, and they go with big feather headdresses and Showgirl costumes that we have. The flag is from when we were cheerleading for Derbyshire many moons ago. Many moons ago. This side of the workshop, studio space, sewing space, is my mum's area. So you'll notice that my mum's machines aren't here right now. Normally she has a sewing machine and an overlocker. But right now she has set up in the lounge because she is a paraplegic. She has hand control machines, and recently it's been quite cold in here and quite difficult to work in here. So she is in the lounge. She's still sewing, she's still doing things. She's an incredible sewer, but her machines are normally here and we normally work side by side, but she is in the setup in the lounge at the moment. And then just this corner is just a little bit of extra storage. So we have a lot of things like lavender bags there, and anything that's going to stop the moths, which are always an ongoing nightmare. That's my mum's old machine, so from before her accident. That's her foot control machine, which hasn't really been used for years. And we've got some more like laces and fat quartz. We don't really use those a huge amount, but we do use them when we're making sort of lavender bags and things like that. We don't really do a huge amount of crafting sewing, so my stepmom is good at that. She is the one that will make the aprons and the tote bags and like things like the pumpkins, and she makes some really lovely tulips, which we've got somewhere. But my mum and I are more costumes and clothing, so we do have some fat quartz that we've used for a few things, but mainly it's big pieces of fabric because we're doing different kinds of costumes and different kinds of clothing. The light in here is really unforgiving. It's making me look really more washed out than normal for a pale British ginger girl. But obviously there's no windows in here. There is a small window in the door, but that doesn't bring in a huge amount of light, realistically. So we do have these really unforgiving strip lights, but so we can see everything, because you need to be able to see details. So that's what we have. Although I am getting a lamp or something from my area, just to make it feel a little bit softer. But you work in strip lights, you get used to it. One of the things that you'll notice that we don't have, and that is a big cutting table. That's because this space is used by my mum all the time, and my mum is a wheelchair user, so we need to make sure that there is still plenty of space for her to be able to manoeuvre to her machines, over to my side, to anything that she needs. So there is no cutting table in here. So I'm still a crawl around the floor to put the fabric out kind of girl, or the dining table. We take it in there if we need to cut. Cutting table would be lovely, but it is what it is, and you have to make a space work for the people that are in it. That's also why there is only really my chair in here, because Mum has a room. This is where I spend most of my time. This is obviously where I do all my sewing, so it feels very personal to me, particularly on this side, because this is where all my things are. Although obviously the whole room is very personal. It's years and years and years of hard work hanging on rails and packed into boxes, so it's a really nice space for us. And I know that a lot of people have very nicely organised sewing rooms and don't have piles of half finished projects. maybe. But this is our space and I love it.